Good afternoon, I'm Lieutenant Candidate number 75. In this scenario, I've identified the following problems. It's a serious situation. It's going to require the resources and oversight the lieutenant can provide so it does not weaken morale and have further issues throughout the shift. My objective here is to isolate it and contain it to this specific event and to develop a plan of action with mutual agreement with this sergeant and ultimately change his behavior and get him back to exceeding the department's expectations and standards. The issue that I have is the sergeant, who is newly promoted, has a lack of documentation, use of force, critical incidents, and vehicle pursuits, and his overall involvement with the shift on a daily basis compared to the other supervisors. I am going to immediately do an investigation. I'm going to uncover body-worn cameras, his remarks throughout his training, his prior job performance reviews, and any previous documentations that I have, so I can get a full workup and intel before I have an approach to this plan of action. I am going to meet this sergeant, and I want to give him a heads up. I want to let him know of this meeting so he is not blindsided, and this can overall allow us to communicate better through the situation. I want to have a meeting in a time and place that is not associated with discipline. I'm going to start this meeting off in a positive but firm tone and get his side of the story. And I want to thank him for his service. I want to congratulate him on his newly promotion and his tenure with the police department. With his situation, I want him to be able to give me some background and information on how we can improve the situation. I am going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he is newly promoted and he is lacking in training, and I want him to know that the department has resources. If there are any other root causes in that his background that he's going to let me know about, I want him to know that the department has services if he is in need of to identify in that avenue. He has peer support through employee services, and he also has me as a resource, and I want him to be able to target his approach, and we can get him as he's new and get him the further training that he needs. I'm going to make sure that even though he just completed sergeant training, that he continues that and extends that so we can elevate him into a better direction. I want him to pair him up with another supervisor, and this is going to align himself and shadow what he is doing. My plan of action for him is to understand that we have to target him and get him a full buy-in so he's more inclined to complete this plan. I'm going to make sure that he is responding to calls because it's very important. We want to make sure that we're on scene and providing supervision for officers that are on scenes. I want to make sure that he is thoroughly documenting because it's going to ensure that we are doing our job, making sure we have complete documentation of our interactions with the citizens or scenes, and this helps us with the integrity through the public so they know that we are taking care of what we need to on the administrative side. I want to make sure that I inform my commander about the situation and that we are going to follow up and checking in with the sergeant on a daily basis, on a weekly basis until it meets my expectations. And I'm going to document this in a working file so I can come back to the situation and deduce this down to paper, his job performance review. I'm going to make sure that I inform roll calls if there are any other issues that are needed and they can address us. Thank you.